So what's attracting women? I think the number one theme that kept coming up in my interviews was, of course, and I think we would have kind of expected this, tawhid, so Islamic monotheism, the oneness of Allah, and the entire Islamic worldview. So things like the various Islamic doctrines, when women would find out about them, they would actually make sense to them. Especially, I think many of my interviews were Christians, had been Christians from a Christian background. And they really found obviously the Islamic teachings regarding the place of Isa alayhi salam, Jesus, and the pure monotheism very appealing. And also with Catholics, I found having a direct relationship with God, not having a middleman, that was very appealing to them.
Or middle woman, because obviously Mary plays a very central role in Catholic spirituality and theology. So yeah,
right. So not having any kind of intermediary, that was important. In fact, I would say, Paul, even when they became Muslim, that kind of that doctrine or that idea was so important to them that I would say they don't necessarily refer to even Islamic scholars, many of the female converts that I interviewed, because they, in a way, they felt empowered. They feel like they have a direct relationship with God now. And they don't necessarily need that kind of middle person to be almost like they're a conduit or, someone who tells them what God wants, I guess. So that was interesting. And of course, reading the Quran. I think reading the Quran was something that attracted them. Women talked about how it helps them. It made sense to them. It helped them, I would say, more emotionally as well. They had an emotional connection to the Quran and its teachings, especially at times of their lives when they were going through some challenges.